All right. Hopefully that doesn't demonetize it. So that works. I'm new to this YouTube monetization thing because I've been demonetized for so many years that I just don't care what I play in my car or on my show rather. And but now that I am monetized, I know that there are rules to this. So I can miss out like on a lot of grifting, like that the hostage video I did. I made like $1,000 on that video. Like it was crazy. Because a lot of people watch that video. So anyway, guys, welcome back. Little impromptu live stream. I don't do these a lot during the day, but like I said, more of a vlogger now than a blogger, I guess they'd say. Big platform on YouTube, building it up. And a lot of times things get sent to me that I just don't have time to write about because I can do a video in a fraction of the time, really, because it's just so much easier to talk than it is to type and write and all that stuff. But anyway, I got a lot of stories sent to me, and one of them that was sent to me the other day was this guy out of I don't even know I think his name's Sean-Paul Reyes. Is that right? He goes by Long Island Audits, and I don't know if my chat is familiar with him. A lot of people have sent me his information and his videos and said, you got to check this stuff out. And so he's a First Amendment auditor. And if you guys know my history with Turtleboy, back when Krusty used to work for me, actually, she's the one that kind of like got into the First Amendment auditor people. And her thing was like auditing them, I guess, like exposing them. And some of them are ridiculous. Like some of them are obnoxious. So what First Amendment auditors do is they go into government institutions, usually police departments. Traditionally, that's like the biggest one. And they film themselves and they film other people in the government institutions. And they call it an audit because they're like First Amendment audit. Cause it's like, will anybody try to stop us from doing this? They're kind of like testing it out. I guess that's my analysis of what they do. And, because you have a right to film in public. You have a right to film public institutions inside any public institution. They can't tell you that you can't. Now, a lot of these First Amendment auditors that I've come across are stupid and obnoxious. Okay. And like, for instance, go back on some of ours, Joe Orga. Just like go read the stories on him, or Josh Abrams, or what the fuck else is there? Like some of the, like Tommy Mattson is a First Amendment auditor, and I've had my criticism of Tommy Mattson before. I like Tommy. I think he's a good guy. He was there for all the Karen Read stuff, so I like him. And he's like the only First Amendment auditor guy that kind of got in on the Karen Read stuff, so I appreciated that. But it's important because some of the times with these videos, they were just like going into places and just harassing and bothering government workers for no reason. Like Abrams would go in. Chili DeCastro, of course, is the biggest one, right? And Krusty Panties has kind of made her bones on YouTube by being like the anti First Amendment auditor, because like a lot of the auditors are obnoxious, and so she's like, well, I will audit them. I will, expose them and be self-righteous. And then that's kind of how she built a following up, right? And I really never had an interest in that stuff as much because it was just like, they're kind of stupid. A lot of these people, they're annoying. Yes. But they're also very stupid. And I just thought like they would go into like random town halls in places and they would just like bother women working behind a desk at some random town hall, like the town clerk or something like that, and just bother them, and be like, and they would start filming them, and the women would be like, can you not film me? Oh, you don't think I have a right to film you? Oh, you don't? Oh, okay. Well, you are a tyrant. You're a tyrant. Okay. Yeah, you do. They do have a right to film these people, but, just don't, you don't have to be a dickhead to people who aren't being a dickhead to you. That's the way I always viewed it. But anyway, so I'm kind of, when I hear First Amendment auditor, my immediate reaction is usually like, yeah, a lot of these guys are ratchet. They're just weirdos and, whatever, even though they do serve somewhat of a purpose. I'll give them that. But I just find a lot of them off-putting. But again, I'm not debating their right to do it. That's true. Everybody has a right to be a douche. You have a right to be a dick. You have a right to be offensive. It's their right. Okay. So they do serve somewhat of a purpose, right? So when people started sending me this Long Island Audit guy, his content, I see the word, auditor, and I'm like immediately like, okay. But apparently this mofo has like a huge audience. Like he's got almost over 1 million subs. I think it was 951 last I saw 1,000. And I started watching some of his content, and he's much better than the other ones. He's like actually serious about this. Like he makes a living off it. He's got lawyers. He's just not I've watched many of his videos, and he's not like a douche. A lot of the First Amendment auditors are douchebags. And so I think a lot of my content people who follow this stuff, like you guys might have seen him before. Yeah, he's professional. Like he's actually like, he does it the right way. I was actually really impressed by his content, and people are like, you need to team up with him and whatever. So like, I don't even have his contact information. I wouldn't even know how to reach him. But I figured, if any of you know, let me know. Send the word. I'd love to interview him, especially after the video that I saw from this past weekend. So give you a little history here. So he's from Long Island, but he'll travel. And there's this state trooper in Connecticut by the name of Brian with a Y, Brian Fahey. And this video here is from 2021. I don't think this is his first run-in with Brian Fahey, but this is at a state police building in Connecticut. I believe this is a state police building. And watch what this guy does, right? This is like, just watch this. This is Brian Fahey. And again, this guy has a right to be here. He has a right to do this.
The first Sergeant Brian Fahey.
So this is him right here. That's Sean-Paul Reyes. That is
incident here. Let's go way back to 2021.
We want to entertain your complaint through the proper channels. You want to make a complaint?
Yeah, which is through internal affairs.
Yep,
the proper
so
channels.
Yep.
So he's there to make a complaint. I don't know the whole backstory. He's there to make a complaint against someone at the Connecticut State Police. I don't even know if it's Brian Fahey himself, but he is kicking him out, and he's saying, you can't come in here. It's a government building. He has a right to be there. Now watch how he handles this.
I will go speak to them personally.
Have a great day.
You too.
Nice talking to you.
You as well.
Sounds like a pretty nice interaction. Nice talking to you. You as well. Seemed like everything was going right. I was just trying to make a complaint against a different state trooper.
I'll be right with you guys.
Okay, so that answers my question.
You're all set here?
Excuse me?
Are you all set here?
Well, yeah, there's nothing else obviously you can help me out with at this point.
So you're all set. So you're going to go to IA right now, correct?
Yeah, I'll be there.
All right.
I'm going to be going.
Okay.
I'm going to be going.
Okay. So you're going to stand here with your cell phone on.
I thought you were busy. I thought you were a busy man.
I am busy.
So you should get to work.
I should get to work.
So the proper thing to do here, if you can tell this guy's just agitated by him. The proper thing to do here is to just go inside the building and leave. That's it. The guy's not doing anything. He's literally just standing there with a camera, and you could tell it's annoying him because this is like a power struggle at this point. He's like, but I'm a cop. I don't want you here. You have to go now. And the guy's like, no. And he just stands there with his camera. He's not saying a word. And you could tell he's now becoming agitated because this guy is used to control. He's used to power. He's used to being able to tell people, without even telling them that just leave. Sure, you do have a right to be here, but I don't want you here. So you got to go now because I'm the cop and I have the gun and I have the badge and I have the power and you have to go.
Is that what you're telling me?
If you're busy.
And he immediately takes his camera. Look how fast that. Look how
busy.
So you should
look how fast this escalates.
You should get to work.
I should get to work. Is that what you're telling me?
If you're busy.
Just immediately.
Can I have a problem between you and
Immediately pulls a Jill Daniels. So that's assault. You can't, somebody has a camera in their hand. You cannot take the camera out of their hand. He's just like, the guy's not doing anything. He's just standing there with the camera. If he was standing there with no camera, would it be a problem? And again, the appropriate thing for an adult to do is to just walk away. not for Sean-Paul Reyes, for the officer, Trooper Fahey or Sergeant Fahey. His job at this point is to just walk away. That's it. They have training for this stuff now. Like, cops have been like, there's First Amendment auditors are going to come in. They're going to do this. Here's how you handle it, right? You don't give them what they want. And what they want is a confrontation. Well, not necessarily want, like Josh Abrams of the world. They want a confrontation because that's good content for their subscribers. And that brings the donos in. And, that's how they make a living. And so it's obviously good for the First Amendment auditors if you get a confrontation. It's not good for the police. And I'm seeing people saying, I don't know much about Sean. I'd like to learn more. He said he trains police. That's it. See, that's interesting to me. A First Amendment auditor with almost 1 million subscribers who actually seems to be making a difference. And so this guy here is just, cops like this, as you're going to see, these are the cops who should be exposed, right? These are bad cops.
You don't do it interference.
His body camera's on. His body camera's on. Stop. He has his body camera on.
I don't care. I don't care. Right? This is private property. Okay?
I'm not doing anything.
You're not going to videotape me and have an attitude.
I'll get off
I'm
of
going to
it.
tell you what right now. I'm not the one.
All right.
Okay?
I'm not
I gave
the
you
one.
the information you needed, and I gave you your outlet. Right? You were giving your outlet.
I said I was
you wanted to stand there and hold your cell phone in my face.
I was
In his face. In his face, he was just standing there. The aggression came from this guy. He starts going at him. This guy's backing away, right? And it's like problem solved, right? You want him gone, he's gone. He has a right to be there, but he's giving it up because he doesn't want to get arrested. And this is crazy, right?
Wanted to do. Yes, you
wasn't in your
take your
face.
cell phone and go and make your complaint.
Okay. Can I grab my cell phone?
Stay right here.
I'll get it for you.
All right. Where's your car? Where's your car?
Man?
Where's your car?
So now this, I believe, is the police body cam from another officer who's there, who notice doesn't, and this is the problem, is that nobody ever steps in and says, no other cops ever step in and say, no, that's not cool. Why don't we chill? No, I've never seen a cop do that ever. And I think that's a problem with policing in general. No other job is like that. I've never seen any other line of work where one employee can blatantly mistreat a customer, because that's what civilians are. They pay your salary. They're your customers, right? Like, they pay you and you serve them. And so imagine any other line of work. Imagine going into a retail store and somebody treated a customer like this, and then none of the other employees did anything about it and stepped in. Like, it's only with cops that, and again, I'm not anti-cop, but this is something I've learned from the Karen Reed case. Really, it's a real institutional rob. Just watch the Kelly Deaver is all you need to know. Just the problem with this unwritten code in policing that needs to end. It's a huge problem that cops are afraid to. You could tell the cop with the body cam here. He doesn't approve of this, but he's not going to cross that blue line. He's not going to.
Go, man. I'm going.
All right, no, but where's your car?
Why didn't you know where my car's at? You were about to arrest me, man, for real?
I had
your body camera on?
Yeah, my body camera is on, buddy. I'm Trooper Castell, 1139.
Costello.
Yep.
Wow.
Listen, with the
You
situation
were going to arrest me for real?
we're going to detain you or what the situation was going on, man. You're being.
Conversation's over. Go ahead.
Conversation's over. All right.
So that's the first incident.
All right. And then
What do you guys think, Sergeant?
so he starts really zoning in on this guy, and he's got like a thing with him, I guess. And apparently Fahey is working some desk job, and he made like $90,000 last year in overtime. And so that's a matter of public concern, like cops who are potentially gaming the system, because again, their salary comes from us. We have a right to be interested in that. It's a matter of public concern. And so he does what I did. And this is what caught my attention, right? This is why I'm doing the stream, because this is so familiar to what I did with the McAlberts. And it had a very similar ending. And so he goes to Fahey's house. Fahey lives in Groton, Connecticut, which is an ocean front town. I think it's down near like east of New London, and it's kind of in between near the aquarium. I think it's down in that area near Mystic. And so he goes to the guy's house, and he does what all reporters, journalists, because this guy is definitely undeniably a journalist. Anyone who seeks truth and reports on it is a journalist. And just because you don't work for some corporate news entity, I mean, the guy's got more followers than most news outlets, right? He's got more reach and influence than any reporter. So he's certainly the media, just like I am. We don't do quite the same thing, but it's similar in vein. And so he goes to this guy's house and knocks on the door. All right. And the cop, as you're going to see, tells him to get off his property. There are no trespass signs. And he's kind of got like a long driveway. And so the cop's going to come out with his gun. And then the guy he's walking away the whole time. Sean's walking away the whole time. And the guy with the gun, the cop, gets up in his face, and you'll see what he does. He spits on him. And then by the time they get to the end of the driveway, the Groton Town Police are there. And he shows him the video of this cop spitting in his face, which is assault. And, the gun is a tricky issue. You're allowed to have a gun on your property. It's not against the law to have a gun, to have it out like on your property. Like you're allowed to do that, even though this was, I don't know if this is legal in all 50 states, what he did, but anyway, oh crap. Don't say that word. Oh, okay. See, I'm new to the monetization. Okay. Anyway, but the cop doesn't get arrested, right? The other guy gets arrested. Sean gets arrested. It's actually battery. You're right. Correct. The assault. You're right. I know the difference between assault and battery. You're right. Oh, you're so smart, Scott. Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I know the difference. So that's battery. You're right. It's technically battery. What happened to him? So let's watch this video, shall we? So he brings a truck to the guy's house. He lives in a cul-de-sac. He brings a truck there, and he's playing the video of
5 jobs. So I did some investigating, and Sergeant Brian Fahey makes
actually
corruption. Sergeant Brian, he had an undisclosed. Do what you got to do. This is the video. We are. Hey, what's up, guys? Long Island Audit here, back again with another video. We are currently at an undisclosed affluent location here in the state of Connecticut. Excuse me, Corrupticate. We are here today, as you can see, to peacefully exercise our First Amendment right to protest and resist tyranny, and also to investigate allegations of corruption that has been made against Connecticut State Trooper Sergeant Brian Fahey. As you can see behind me, Sergeant Brian Fahey.
This is badass. Like Josh Abrams would never do something like this. Like this is investing in your craft. I respect this. As you know, it's like this is he makes money, but he's clearly investing it back into his work because this ain't cheap, whatever he's doing here. And this is awesome. Like this is fucking great. I love this. Like going to someone's house with the truck, playing a video of your interaction with them, and then posting the court documents on. Oh, he owns the truck. Okay.
He is no stranger to tyranny and corruption.
But still,
let's get into it. Now, as far as the allegations being made against Sergeant Brian Fahey, I was told through an anonymous tip that he is receiving fraudulent overtime every single year. Now, that was strange to me because Sergeant Brian Fahey, as we know, is the sergeant of pistol permits in an office. How does he receive overtime to begin with? Isn't it a 9-to-5 job? So I did some investigating, and Sergeant Brian Fahey makes over $200,000 a year. Now, get this, $75,000 of that $212,000 to be exact comes from overtime. $75,000. How can this be? Does he stay late when they're closed after 5 o'clock? Does he go back on the streets to patrol? I mean, I was told by my sources that he was kicked out of patrol and he's a danger to the community. That's why they have him working in the office. But to get $75,000 in overtime every single year from a desk job, it didn't add up. And that's why I came here to Sergeant Brian Fahey's neighborhood to protest.
I mean, I see people saying $200,000 a year, and that's what Bukkake gets paid too, right? He gets more than that. Tully and Bukkake both get more than $200,000. Gallagher makes $300,000. Like that's what he made in his last year. right? I mean, these guys can make a lot of money if they know how to game the system, right? And a lot of that comes from overtime. But if you're making 75 grand in 1 year in overtime, how is there enough hours in the year for that? When do you sleep? You know, how is that possible? We've seen a lot with the state police, an overtime scandal, an overtime stuff. And actually, it's funny that this happened. Yes, this because I was reached out to by a federal prisoner a few months ago in Texas by the name of Daniel Griffin. And like that Daniel Griffin wants to connect with you. I got an email saying this. And I'm like, okay, who's this guy? I look him up. And he's a state trooper who was serving 5 years in federal prison right now for overtime fraud. Like he defrauded the taxpayers of overtime. It was like, I forgot how much he defrauded. It was like 20 grand or something like that. And he's serving 5 years in federal prison. So they do not fuck with that. Right. And so this is a real matter of public concern. So the reason he's contacting me too, this Griffin guy, is like, he wants to do a big tell-all. And because he's like, there's so many other people that I got information on that are doing the same fuck. Like he wants to spill all the tea about the state police corruption because he's got nothing to lose at this point. He's in jail. And so, yeah. Oh, Long Island Audit's here. Oh, awesome. Cool. What's up, brother? So, if you want to come on, dude, I'd love to have you on. I don't know how to message you. But I wanted to play this video here because I just started following your content recently as somebody who's been down a similar path to this before. I'm on bail right now. I'm facing, I don't even know how many felony charges for witness intimidation in Massachusetts, 2 of which were against police officers, state troopers. Those 2 were luckily dropped. How do I drop him the link? I don't know how to reach him. I don't know. How do I reach him? Let's see. Let me see here. Let's see what people in the comments are saying. Why don't we do this? Well, I can't drop the link because when I drop a link, there are 4,300 people watching. Then all the trolls click the StreamYard, and then that's how you get a porn bomb. Is people just are like, they'll write Long Island Audits in their name, and then you bring them up, and it's a guy jerking off. That happened. I've been porn bomb before. I'm not falling for the porn bomb, right? I don't know how, but yeah. Let me just. How about this? I want to play his video first, and then maybe I can bring him up for commentary on it. Okay. Yeah, my email. Why don't I do my email if he wants to email me, and then we can drop him the link that way. That's a good idea. turtleboysports@gmail.com. Okay. That is my email. I will respond to his email and then we can do it that way. But I want to watch the video first. So again, big fan.
His tyranny and corruption, the lack of accountability, but it's also, as any good independent journalist would, to ask questions
exactly
about this overtime allegation.
Exactly. Like this is a matter of public concern. This is your money. And so this guy the guy is questionable to begin with. And now it's like when the taxpayer money's on the line, every journalist should be going to this guy's house, knocking on the door and asking questions. So he goes there. And we all know the rules with trespassing. If there is a no trespassing sign, you can't go on the property. That's all it takes is just put a little sign up that says no trespassing. If not, you are free to go up to the door like a Jehovah's Witness, knock on it, you're selling candy bars, whatever you're doing, you have a right to do it, right? And if they tell you get off my property, then you must leave the property, but they have to tell you that. So this is what transpires. This is what happens. He goes all the way down.
So as always, you always want to be on the lookout for any no trespassing signs, restricted area signs. I don't see why there would be in this neighborhood here, but we just want to ask some questions, see what's going on with this overtime allegation. Hopefully he answers us. Says here, the Fahey's looks like we're in the right spot.
So he even like blurs out identifying information, which I wouldn't do because you don't have to do this. So this is like his way of, being respectful. And it's a nice house. I'm sure it's a very expensive community in Groton. I don't know what the house is worth, but he's finding a way to pay for it.
Again, there aren't any no trespassing signs. We're just coming in peace to ask some questions.
Knocks on the door, legal.
Oh, I'm currently being recorded. His Ring camera said.
He's got a Ring camera. Great.
Can I help you?
Hey, Sergeant Fahey, how are you?
He's
Get off my property.
he's holding a gun.
Nope, there is no posted sign.
I
There's
know
no
that's the
problem.
phone. It's
Do you
the
have
phone.
any? Let's go. Do you have any comments on the allegations that?
So
you,
he's walking away. The guy tells him to get off his property. Immediately begins to walk away. Okay, cool, good.
are. I am
That's
moving.
right.
Do you have any comment on the allegations that you are receiving? Couldn't even get the question out, ladies and gentlemen. He was so angry. Couldn't even get the question out. He says that there's no trespassing signs. Let's see. Let's see if there's no trespassing signs. What a coward. He can assault me in broad daylight while receiving taxpayer money. But the minute an independent journalist comes to his home, and he's probably going to try and get me unlawfully arrested now. As you can see, I moved back his camera that says you're currently being recorded.
Now he comes back. So again, so this is escalation now. This is fucking crazy. He has walked, what, 50, 60 yards away from the house. He is clearly leaving. He has been asked to leave. He is honoring his request. He went there to ask him a question on a matter of public concern. He did not want to talk about it. He was asked to leave and he honored it. Nothing bad has happened so far at all until now. So again, this escalation is completely on Sergeant Fahey. Watch this.
This guy, you're crazy. What do you think I'm doing, you psycho? You have a weapon in your hand? What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't have any weapons. I'm a journalist. What do you think I'm doing, you psychopath? What do you think I'm doing?
Now. Get off my property right now.
What do you think
Get
I'm
off
doing?
my property right now.
I'm off your property.
This is my property.
Well, do you see me
All
not
the way
moving?
to the cul-de-sac.
Calm down.
Get off my
that gun out
fucking
of your hand.
property.
Get that gun out of
Get
your
off
hand,
my
psycho.
fucking property.
Get that gun
I'm
out
a
of your hand,
goddamn
psycho.
Connecticut State
Is this part his property? This looks like another house right here. So wouldn't this part be town of Groton? Like it belongs to him, but not him. So he's responsible for plowing this. I don't know. Whatever. I guess it's kind of a moot point. Listen what he says.
I don't
here.
care who.
my property right now.
I'm off your property.
This is my property.
Well, do you see me
All
not
the way
moving?
to the cul-de-sac.
Calm down.
Get off my
that gun out
fucking
of your hand.
property.
Get that gun out of
Get
your
off
hand,
my
psycho.
fucking property.
Get that gun
I'm
out
a
of your hand,
goddamn
psycho.
Connecticut State Trooper.
I don't care who you are.
Trespassing.
I'm a goddamn Connecticut State Trooper. Can you believe that? He's holding a gun, chasing this guy down, and yelling, I'm a goddamn Connecticut State Trooper. Oh, we're all so impressed. Dude, your dick must be so big. Oh, okay. I mean, it looks like Brian Tully, this guy. I mean, it's just like that. He says the silent part out loud, that I'm acting this way because I'm a goddamn Connecticut State Trooper. I'm a goddamn American hero. You know, I'm a goddamn legend. Don't you know? I'm a goddamn Connecticut State Trooper. God damn it. I didn't become one so I could be disrespected by people like you. Don't you know that? I mean, he says the silent part out loud. I'm acting this way because I'm a decorated dude, because I'm a Connecticut State Trooper. This is why I'm behaving this way. I'm special.
I don't care who you are.
Fucking
I don't
property.
care who you
Get
are.
off my fucking
I don't
property.
care who you are.
Right now.
You spit in my
Get off
face.
my property
You're
right
going
now.
to jail now.
Get
Look
off
at this.
No,
Look at this.
Look at that.
This state trooper.
I don't care who you are.
Trespassing
I don't care
on
who you
my
are.
fucking
I don't
property.
care who you
Get
are.
off my fucking
I don't care
property.
who you are.
Right
Oh,
now.
you spit in my face.
Spit in his face. He spits in his face. He spits in his face. You know, that's worse than punching someone. That is the most disrespectful thing you can do to a person. It's also battery, right? It's like there's communicable diseases. Like, this is fucking crazy. He just spits in his face. Clearly has a temper issue, this guy. The fact that somebody who has a temper issue like this can have a badge and a gun is so dangerous. Like, this is so fucking dangerous. This guy is a menace. This guy needs a serious psych evaluation. If somebody knocking on your door causes you to do this, you are unfit to be a police officer anywhere.
Property
You're
right
going
now.
to jail now.
Get
Look
off
at
my
this.
property
Look
right
at this. He's spit in my
Get off my
face.
property.
You said you're
right
going
in
to
my
jail.
face. I'm spitting as I'm talking to you.
No, you spit
Get
in
off
my
my
face.
property
spit
right
in my face.
now.
Oh, so he immediately realizes he shouldn't have done that. And so he starts making up excuses. I'm only spitting because there's, sometimes I yell and spit comes out. No. That was a pause in the speech, a breathe in and a spit. They're calling this guy Cop Tua because that was a spit. That was Cop Tua he gave him.
Get
off my
You're going
property
to jail.
right now.
I'm going.
Get off my property.
I've been going.
Right
Since the moment
now.
you told me.
Get off
That's
my
not how
property
criminal trespass
right
works,
now.
psycho.
Get
You're
off
a
my
psycho,
property
bro.
right
Look at
now.
the gun in his hand.
Not
That's
damn right.
crazy.
I'm a Connecticut State
I don't care
trooper.
what shit who you
are
are.
trespassing on my property.
That doesn't matter. You can't
threatened
break
to
the law.
kill me.
I didn't.
You threatened to
You're
kill me
lying.
online.
Right? No, I
Get
did
off my
not.
fucking
You're a
property
liar.
right
You
now.
are a liar.
Right now.
Look, see the
Get off
big
my
billboard
property.
truck? It's all being recorded.
And that's a really good question, Rochelle. The Groton police are going to have an answer for you, and wait till you hear it. Wait till you hear it.
I don't care.
It's all being. I
Get
know you
off
don't
my
care
property
because you don't face any
right now.
consequences.
Get
You
off
don't
my
face any
property
consequences.
right now.
Don't
This is
spit
the
in my
biggest
face.
mistake you ever
No,
made.
no, it's not.
This
It's
is
the biggest mistake
you
you
ever
ever
made.
made. No,
Get
it's
off
not.
my property right now.
It's not the biggest mistake
Get
I
off
ever
my
made.
property right
It's
now.
not the biggest mistake.
Get
It's
off
like you
my
like spit in my face.
I spit in your
Disgusting.
face.
You
I
disgusting.
was spitting
You
on you.
Yeah.
Why I'm yelling at you to get off my
Yeah.
property right
Get
now.
off. I'm off your property. Now what? Now what? Look at the gun.
Look, I mean, that's fucking crazy. He's holding the trigger. Like just this. I don't own a gun, so I'm not sure how gun laws work. I don't know, but like, is that legal that you can just go up to somebody with the gun like that, holding the fucking trigger, who does not represent a threat to you, who is not violent at all? That you can just do like that's fucking crazy, crazy. That's scary, man. Especially, I mean, there's another cameraman with them, so at least he's got a witness to this. But like, dude, if there weren't cameras and shit, he could easily like this guy. This guy has zero problems with shooting Sean. If he thinks he's not going to get in trouble for it, zero problems at all. If he thinks he's not going to be held responsible for that, because he's like, because I'm a goddamn Connecticut State Trooper.
His hand.
That's right. I have a gun in my hand. I'm a goddamn Connecticut State trooper.
I don't care.
You're ready to kill me
No,
online.
I did
So
not.
I'm protecting myself and
No,
my
I did.
family.
No, I did
Don't
not.
ever fucking come back to my house again.
No problem.
See, okay, so now that's a trespass. Now he's been trespassed. Now you've been told that's fine. Now you've been told don't come in my house. But there was never trespass before. He was never told that. So you're allowed to go up. That's how trespassing laws work. All you have to do is tell somebody that they can't come on your property. And if they do after that, then they're trespassing. But other than that, it's anyone can just knock on your fucking door. But again, and he's already coming up with excuses for his behavior. That, I'm threatened. Oh, my family's scared. Scared of what? Of this guy knocking on your door, asking about overtime pay? You can't just say that you're scared for your life because somebody's asking you questions. Sound familiar? Does this sound familiar, people? Isn't this not the exact same thing that happened with me with the McAlberts? I knock on their door to ask them questions. They don't want to answer. They don't come outside with guns in their hands, but they send men with guns to my house to arrest me and ransack my house and take all my phones and computers. That's what happened. It's very similar, right? And what was the basis of the McAlberts getting charges on me? Oh, my family's so scared. My children, this is what these cowards always do, is hide behind my family. I'm just protecting your family. Shut the fuck up. Your family's fine. Shut up.
Stand right here with my billboard.
You go right ahead.
Yeah,
Go right
no
ahead.
problem.
I don't care.
Spit in my face. You're
Don't
going to
ever
jail.
come back to
You're
my
going to jail.
fucking house
You're
again.
going to jail.
Don't ever
You're
come
going
back
to
to my
jail.
house
It's okay
again.
for you to assault people and break people's property, but I can't ask questions about your overtime, $75,000 for a desk job.
More than that.
More than that.
More
Right.
than that, buddy. I mean, I make more than that, buddy. Oh, and what are you going to do about it? You gonna all this because he's asking him questions about overtime? That's crazy.
More than that. I'm gonna go. What a crazy
Oh,
psychopath.
crap. I keep saying my bad.
He spit in my face.
I'm new to this.
No, I'm an independent journalist. Get it right, buddy. Get it right. I never threatened. He says I threatened to kill him.
I threatened to kill him. It's all on video.
Ooh, I knocked on your front door. I'll get that 911 call too, buddy. Look at this guy. I'm a Connecticut State Trooper. Come help me from the camera. Come help me from the guy asking me questions, please, before I shoot him. And I did. And I did. No, you spit in my face and you're going to jail. And you're going to jail. You're going to jail. You spit in my face.
Spoiler alert, he's not going to jail. So the Connecticut, the Groton police pull up and they roll deep. And you got this guy first.
On me for knocking on the door.
You're on his property.
I'm allowed to go on his property and knock on the door. Yes, I am.
Watch this.
I'm a trooper.
That doesn't matter. Mike,
All
look at
right.
these guys. Look.
So the police come to a situation where one man is screaming and brandishing a gun. The other man is calm, has a camera, and is respectful. Okay. Who is the more dangerous person in this situation? This is just like the how they treat this sergeant here, right? Because that guy's state police and these are town police. This is like the exact same relationship that the Canton police have with Brian Albert, right? It's like he's a cop in a different area right? He's not in charge of this town, right? But he's revered by the local police. He's cop. They're going to treat him differently. They're going to treat Brian Albert differently, and they're going to treat Brian Fahey differently, because if Brian Fahey was a civilian carrying a gun in his driveway like this, toting it around like a madman, screaming, the police would go to him first. He would be the first person that they're like, dude, put the gun down, please. That would be the first thing that they do.
I'm not breaking any laws. I'm not doing anything. He just spit in my face.
Get over here.
Well, I didn't break any laws.
In a second. Okay.
I haven't broken the law. No. But do you have reasonable articulable suspicion I committed a crime? What? What is it? What is it?
I got a call from a trooper.
That doesn't matter.
I got a call from a trooper, not a civilian. I get a call from a trooper. He's not a trooper. He's a civilian. He lives in your town. He's not working as a trooper right now. He's a tax-paying resident of Groton, Connecticut, right? Who you serve as the local police. He's not a trooper right now, but you're calling you're a trooper. Like, notice how he calls him that. That's pretty telling. And immediately he's like, you're creating a disturbance. You don't know anything about what's happened, sir, officer. You haven't been here. You don't know what's happened, but yet you've already jumped to a conclusion about what has happened because of that. Interesting.
Matter. I'm a journalist. I knocked on the door and asked questions. No, I have no weapons on me.
Weapons on you.
We have a camera of mass destruction. I'm putting my camera down.
Don't move until
do you have weapons on you? No, but that lunatic over there who's screaming, he does. He sure does. He's holding one in his hand. Can I say gat on my piece? He's holding his piece in his hand, whatever you want to say it. Yeah. Maybe you should talk to him. But no, he's a trooper. So he gets treated differently.
Backup units. You can put it away.
What's your name?
Officer Romansky. It says right here. No, just stay right
He
here.
pulled out a gun on me for knocking on the door.
You're on his property.
I'm allowed to go on his property and knock on the door. Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yeah. You got to learn the law, man.
No.
I'm a journalist. No, you got to learn the law.
Okay. Let's just back
I'm
up.
allowed to ask questions.
He's right. He's 100% right. You're allowed to ask questions. You're allowed to knock on someone's door. I mean, this is inexcusable that police don't understand how the law works. And I've seen this a lot with police. Like that guy Zepp, when he kept showing up at the Canton thing, he couldn't explain how the Canton 9 were violating the witness intimidation set. He couldn't do it. He's just like, it's illegal because I said so. No, things are illegal if they're illegal.
Sure.
I am.
So let me tell you why we're here.
What's wrong with you? I'm not doing anything. I have no weapons on me. I have nothing. You couldn't stop. He has the weapon.
Okay. Now let me explain something to you. Let me explain something.
Yeah, no weapons. He has the weapon.
Okay. So here's the deal. So here's the disconnect here. Here's the difference. So we get a call from him. He calls 911. Hold on.
I'm not going to speak. I'm letting you speak.
Okay. When you call 911 and say you're
I'm
in a
going to record,
disturbance
okay?
with somebody, we come code 3, like my lights are on.
You wouldn't do this for a citizen.
Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't. You're doing it because he's a state trooper.
No, we do
That's
it for
why. You're doing it because
citizens.
he's a state trooper.
Okay. We do it for citizens every single day. Okay?
Not like this.
Yes, 100%, all the time. If we think there's an active disturbance, then we respond code 3, which means lights and sirens, and we're in an emergency response.
Do you see the spit on my face?
I don't.
You don't see the spit on my face? Well, I have it on camera. He spit in my face. I want him arrested. He spit in my face.
Right.
On camera.
Okay.
I want you to lock him up. He spit in my face. You understand that? If I spit in your face, what would happen to me?
Okay. Here.
Exactly.
I knocked on a door and he spit in my face. You can't do that.
Okay. I got it.
So now the cops is like, okay, yeah, fuck. I don't know what to say. Like, this guy's making everything he's saying is true. But I need to like think of a way in which you're the problem and not the cop. Okay.
You're saying? I got what you're saying. Just take steps.
There's spit all over. I'm going to go get DNA test on his spit so you can see it.
Go do what you gotta
All right. So then
Questions. He went back inside, closed the door, would have been the end of it. He came back out with his gun in his hand, got inches from my face. No, I would say less than inches from my face, real up to my face, and spit in my face. It's all over my face right here. All this wet is not sweat. He spit in my face as I'm leaving his property, as he asked me to do. Hey, can I just get your name and badge number, ma'am? Thank you. I appreciate
don't
it.
know that. Okay.
No,
I didn't
he
know
knows
that.
that.
You. Okay, I got you. But if somebody came onto your property
And that's the question?
Well, so if somebody came onto my property and I didn't know them, then I would be a little upset about it.
okay. If someone came on my property and I didn't know them, I would be upset about it. Okay, then be upset. You know what I mean? It's not, we need to end this mentality with everyone that you are not allowed to upset people. You can upset whoever you want. It is not a crime in the United States of America to upset people. That is the entire basis for all of my witness intimidation charges. I upset them. I caused them emotional harm. You are allowed to cause emotional harm. You are allowed to upset people. Your feelings do not take away from the constitutional rights of others. They don't, in fact, matter. Welcome to grown-up world, where you can get upset, and it's actually incumbent upon you to control your emotions. Not the other. We don't blame the person upsetting you. We blame you if you're unable to control your emotions.
And I don't know.
So do you get mad? Do you get mad at a Jehovah's Witness?
Well, no,
Do you pull out a gun on a Jehovah's
I
Witness?
say no, thank you. Please leave.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Right? Do you pull out your gun? Yes. And do you pull out your gun and spit in their face?
Sounds like you're trying to question.
That's exact. Oh, so it's okay. So that's the illegal part, is asking the questions. Now this cop's like, oh, I got to get in a gotcha situation here. He goes, I tell the Jehovah's Witnesses to leave. I don't pull a gun. Exactly. Okay, good. So we're making progress. But you weren't doing that. You were asking questions. And I was asking questions while I was in the process of leaving. Again, he was leaving. The guy came back out of his house with a gun.
As I'm leaving.
As you're leaving.
Right. You can do two things at the same time, officer.
Sure, you
can do two things at the same time.
Do whatever you want. But if somebody came onto my property and asked them to leave, and it sounds like you weren't leaving.
No. This is why I have multiple cameras. He has a camera. But you weren't here. You're missing the point.
Okay,
you're missing the point.
Do you want to show me the footage?
I can show you the footage, but wait. You understand? Right. He spit in my face.
But do you understand? I wouldn't want somebody on my property either.
I can ask. Well, I have every right to go to
Yeah.
his
So
property.
you like, what is this guy not understanding? Wouldn't want someone on my property either. Okay, then tell them to leave, which he did, and he was leaving, and then the gun came out. So, and then he was spit on for some reason. Right? That's it. Like, what is this? Or put up a no trespassing sign. This guy, Fahey, is a cop. He knows the law. He knows how trespassing laws work. He knows that he needs to put a sign up in his yard. I'm surprised he doesn't have one already. Right?
That's a question.
Okay,
He doesn't have a right to spit in my mouth, in my face, sir.
He asked you to leave.
And I began to leave immediately.
You just immediately just jumped.
He went back inside.
And you immediately jumped up and left. Yes, he did. Watch the tape. The second he's told to leave, he starts walking. I'm sorry he's not as fast as Usain Bolt, but he started walking. He was making a solid effort to leave the area, and that's when Fahey came out. And even then, he continued to backpedal and go in the direction. Like, he wasn't going to turn his back on Fahey, but he's going to keep walking backwards.
I got his gun. He's on the phone with 911 saying, I have a gun. As him and I are backing up, he gets in my face.
This is exactly the point, OnlyFan. Yes, a good officer would, the first thing they'd be like, I want to see the tape. Can I see the tape, please? I have no way to assess this situation right now, what is happening here, or who's at fault, or who's telling the truth, without seeing the tape. So could I please see the tape? That would be the first thing that I would do.
Down this driveway here, telling me, get off my property. That I threatened to kill him. I've never threatened to kill him. He's a liar, and it's all on camera, so don't make any false statements, you liar.
You're talking to me.
He's lied before on camera.
He's talking to me here. So why don't you tell him to go back into his house? The other guy's escalating the situation right now, Fahey, by yelling at him, you're a liar. Like, tell him to go back in his house, but they won't, because cops are afraid to tell other cops how to behave. And local cops are definitely afraid to tell state troopers that. Like, state troopers think they're kind of above local cops. So local cops shouldn't even like state troopers, right? But you could tell it's like they're kind of scared of them. Like, the local cops are kind of scared. Like, state troopers wouldn't be afraid of, if the roles were reversed here, if this is a local cop's house and some state troopers showed up, I don't think it would be the same situation. I think local cops are more likely to be intimidated by state troopers, and this guy's intimidated by Fahey. This guy's fucking like scared to stand up to him.
In internal affairs reports, he has said that he thought my camera was a firearm. He has said ridiculous things in internal affairs reports. I'm a journalist. I have every right to knock on anybody's door I want. The minute that they ask me to leave, I leave. That's it. I have every right, and I did leave.
You told me you were trying to ask him questions when he told you to leave.
As I'm leaving. Did you miss that part?
Well, no, actually, I want to see.
I will show you. Ready? I will show you.
No.
Hey, do you have any comments on this and that? That's what happened.
Can you show me the footage? You won't show me.
I want to see what he says first.
Okay.
I want to see what he says first. I want to see what he says, and then you can look at it.
Okay.
I'll let you look at it, but I want to see what he says, because then he's a liar.
Okay, we're gonna go from there then. If you can't show
No ID, no nothing, man. We're not giving any of that.
Yeah,
he knows who I am.
Yeah, no, there's an active investigation going
No,
on.
no, you have no
We're going to
reason.
get your ID. He doesn't have to give his ID. He doesn't have to. We're going to get your ID because we have the guns.
Reasonable articulable suspicion I've committed a crime. You have nothing. You have nothing.
I do, actually.
No, you don't. What's your reasonable a disturbance? You better learn the law, man. I'm telling you right now, you better learn the law.
The other way around.
No.
The other way
Reasonable,
around.
Articulable suspicion.
Doesn't this guy like teach cops? He really teaches classes on policing. Like, it's the other way around. I don't think it is, sir. I don't think it is, pal.
Crime. You see this spit right here? That's reasonable articulable suspicion. He committed a crime.
Okay, so if the crime's against you, I still need your ID.
Okay, we'll see about that. And I'll give it to you
You
then.
can talk to my sergeant then.
Sergeant, how you doing? My name is Sean.
Okay, so the sergeant plays the good cop here. So this guy plays, like, you'll see. I see right through this guy. He plays the whole, oh, I'm the good guy here. I'm not like all these other cops. You can trust me. But he makes several comments here that are douchey. And so I see right through this guy. He plays the good cop, this guy.
Nice to meet you, sir.
How you doing? I'm Todd.
See,
He's just a camera guy.
shaking of the hands. He's doing that all day.
Sergeant.
Trying to be. I'm not.
Sergeant, I'm an independent journalist. I'm an activist. This is Sergeant Brian Fahey here. As you can see, he's assaulted me, taken my camera multiple times. Right, he's a Connecticut State Trooper. He's a sergeant for the Connecticut State Trooper. He works in pistol permits.
Okay.
I got a tip that somebody said that he is currently cooking the books when it comes to overtime. So I wanted to get his side of the story, see why does he have $75,000 of overtime as a desk sergeant? Why does he have that? It just seemed, I saw it online and I was like, let me go ask him. And at the same time, protest with my billboard truck here. I go up to his door, knock on the door. He opens it up. I start asking him questions. He says, you're on my property, leave. I know the law. I immediately started backing up and getting off of his property while asking him questions still.
Was that like up the road?
Yeah, right up the road. He says there's a no trespassing sign.
Okay.
That sign just says private road. It doesn't say no trespassing.
Okay.
Again, I was on the lookout. It's all recorded for any signage. Loud or something, that's not how I operate. It's just
We're having a normal conversation.
okay.
Right,
All right.
fun, man.
Listen, man.
See,
At the end of the day,
I'm the good cop. You could trust me. All the other guys are bad, but I'm the good cop, and you could trust me, man. Normal I respect you.
he came back. He went back inside his house as I'm leaving his property, which will clearly be seen on video. As I'm leaving the property, it's a long walk, so I'm walking backwards, making sure this man has assaulted me. Look at him. He has assaulted me multiple times. So if anything, he's the danger to me, but I was just wanted to ask questions. I'm not scared of him. So at the end of the day, he's in my face. I'm not going to
look at all the cops
in my face, inches from my face.
1, 2, there's
and
like
he goes,
6 cars.
and he spits in my face. All of this is his
I know.
DNA.
I do need a billboard truck.
He spit in my face, and I still didn't do anything because he has a gun in his hand. And I left the property, and then you guys arrived immediately, lights and sirens, and I'm trying to explain.
Have, like, you're having.
I understand. It's all recorded though.
Yeah,
that's the beauty of it.
That'd be great. Obviously, you're recording right now, so I understand you can't. You probably don't want to like pause.
Right.
And show
Exactly.
I understand
Exactly.
That, right? But what we can do is we can send you a link through our Axon camera system. And you can actually upload the whole video to us because it's evidence, obviously.
No, it's SEAN.
Okay.
I just try to help you out.
Yeah, but it captured.
No, I'm saying he said SHAW on my mouth.
Respectfully, all I see at the moment is just sweat. I was trying to.
Sorry. Go ahead.
But basically, if you have information that would either make him at fault.
No, but I want you to collect this evidence here of his spit on my mouth. This is all his spit on my mouth.
All I see at the moment is just sweat.
But I'm telling you, I feel his spit on my mouth. He is a disgusting, vile human being, and he spit in my face, Sergeant. You understand? And it's on video of him doing that.
So
this video here is on video of him spitting in my mouth. I'm talking at the same time. He spit in my mouth.
We can maybe like pause one of these so that we can watch that, and then you can continue filming. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you would like to do.
Here, hold this for me.
So he shows him the video. Okay.
Some kind of response.
Okay.
So I do agree that you're backing up, but can we just agree? So I agree that you're backing up, and
So I agree that you're backing up. I agree that you're leaving, but what? Now comes the victim blaming.
reading off this property, right? Do we agree that we've kind of figured that some kind of response similar to this would be elicited by each other?
Can we agree that some kind of response like this would be elicited? It's your fault. You knew that this guy's a psychopath, and yet you knocked on his door anyway. That's your fault, sir. It's not the psychopath's fault that he can't control himself. No, it's not his fault. It's actually your fault because you treated a psychopath like a normal human being, and you should have factored in the fact that he's a psychopath. And so it's actually your fault, sir, because you knew that this guy couldn't control himself. Like, this is insane. This is absolutely insane. You wanted this response. What? No, I wanted to ask him how he made $75,000 off the taxpayers in overtime. How do you work that many hours a day? How is that possible? That's what I wanted to know. And if that elicits, if I know that simple, legitimate question is going to elicit this sort of reaction from a police officer with the gun, then perhaps that person shouldn't have a gun, because that person's dangerous and uncontrollable. Like, wow.
I
thought you would just close the door.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to talk.
Yeah.
You wouldn't say
You see how he's like playing the whole, oh, I'm the good cop. Ooh, I shook your hand and blah, 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 blah. But his ultimate, the way he's treating him is the exact same way. It's your fault. He just disguises it a little better with the whole, I'm the nice guy cop. No, he's just as bad as the rest of them.
person, if somebody I didn't particularly care for came to my house, I would say, get off my property, close the door. I wouldn't come out and get in their face and walk them out with the gun and spit in their face. So can we understand that I didn't break any laws and he's the one that broke the law? Like, I just don't like this kind of like cop splaining thing where it's like, you don't understand. You're blaming the victim. It's like, oh, you wanted this. It's like, dude, somebody's got to be held accountable. That's crazy, man. Like, and I have no problem showing you the video because I know the law. I break the law.
He goes, that's not what we're saying. That's literally what you just said, that it's your fault because you wanted the reaction. It's literally what you just said.
Oh, the law. I said, right. I have every right to go knock on somebody's door. There's no order of protection in place. There's nothing there. And he told me to leave, and I immediately left. Yep. That's it.
So is there an order of protection? Do we know that? I don't know that. Okay, so we just have to check on that. I think we've identified at least.
We didn't get is
yeah, you don't keep up with
No, I mean you or the other.
And what your intention of coming here was to,
as a journalist, I'm a journalist. I investigate corruption and tyranny within law enforcement.
Does he know that you're a journalist? Or did you identify yourself as a journalist?
We've had multiple interactions.
Did you identify yourself as a journalist? What you have to do it now? You're asking questions. You're a journalist. Everyone who does that is a journalist. Like there's some badge you're supposed to have. Journalist, sir. Journalist. Okay.
Yeah.
Reporting. This is a Connecticut State Police over here. Yeah. We've had multiple interactions where again, I'm not doing anything and see it assaulting. I'm trying to get into State Police here. He wouldn't let me in. Closes it on my
like they know that Fahey is the problem here. They know that, but they also know he's a cop, and their immediate instinct is to come up with ways to rationalize his behavior and blame the victim.
Recently,
this happened about a year ago.
Okay.
And then here's Democrat take my call from me, violating my First Amendment right. But this has been going on. But I'm not saying I'm scared of it. I wouldn't be here if I was scared of it. I'm not saying I'm fearful for my life. I'm saying that I came here as a journalist to follow up on a tip that I got that he is cooking the books when it comes to overtime. And my problem is he spit in my mouth and in my face. That is a problem to me. I don't know what diseases he's got. He can be mad all he wants. I don't blame him for being mad. He doesn't like me. I don't like him.
At least we can agree on that.
Yeah, well, you can be mad, but you can't break the law, sir. You can be mad, but you cannot break the law.
Yes, exactly.
I understand where you're coming from.
I understand
where you're all you want. Rent a billboard truck and put it in front of my house. I don't really care. But you can't break the law. You can't spit in another man's mouth. You know how badly I wanted to defend myself? That is bodily injury. I don't know what type of disease is that.
It's happened to me as well. I understand.
Okay, and I'm sure you did something about it, right? Right?
Depending circumstance.
Right, but I couldn't because he's holding a gun like a coward that he is.
Hey, if I have one of my officers send you a link, can you send us that video so we can upload it? Thank you. Sort of photograph, like I said, I don't
tell you this now for other. I know there's a lot of stuff going on, but he does want you formally trespass on the property. So he's going to provide a statement. This is your formally trespass, so you are not from this point on.
Okay, so now he's been trespassed. So now it would be illegal if he stepped on his property. Exactly. So it wasn't illegal before. That's the whole point of a trespass order. Is you have to give them a formal trespass. He's getting his now. So anytime if he goes on the property after this, that's fine. Arrest him. Like I'm sure Sean knows that law, but like I'm sure he's very familiar with trespassing laws.
Not allowed to go on the property. If you do, you're gonna be arrested.
All right, I don't break the law, sir.
I'm just letting you know what's going on.
Okay.
From where I'm at.
What's going on with it? What's going on with arresting him for spitting in my mouth?
Listen, you talk to our sergeants about all that stuff. They're gonna make their
okay, but I'm just saying, it's kind of like you know about other things.
I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
So as his private property, he's allowed.
They are currently figuring out a way not to arrest him. That's what they're doing right now. The two sergeants are over there trying to figure out a way not to, like, how can we not arrest this guy? Let's find out.
Trespass anybody he wants. You are formally trespassed.
Great.
So if you do go back on his property from now on, you can't be arrested.
Okay.
So I'm just letting you know. So you've been advised.
Okay, great. I don't plan to. Around protest, bad cops, man. He's a bad cop.
This is the only good one. This kid who's like 12. This kid says one thing I like.
I'm not asking you to, opine on it, but I'm just saying the video speaks for itself. He's a bad cop. He likes to put his hands on people and take people's cameras and allegedly cook his books when it comes to over.
I forget the question this kid asked. Let me see the question he asked. It was
time and bad cops, man.
How are you?
Not too good, man. When another grown man spits in your face, it's kind of like, oh.
He knows.
Yeah.
You guys drive around?
Yeah, basically drive around, protest, bad cops, man. He's a bad cop. I mean, I'm not asking you to, opine on it, but I'm just saying the video speaks for itself. He's a bad cop. He likes to put his hands on people.
You could tell just by looking at this kid. Yeah, he knows what's up. He's like, so you guys drive around? That's pretty cool. I like that. He's interested in it. but he's also knows his place. He's like a Kelly Diva. He's young. You think this guy's going to stand up for him? You think this guy's going to say anything? No, because that's the culture that exists in policing that is unique to policing. No other profession is like this. None. There's no other line of work. I was a teacher. If an older, a more veteran, experienced teacher was acting inappropriately around kids, right? Was doing something wrong, we would not have their back. It would not work. And we're in a union together, and they would not have their back. But this kid would never in a million years dream about being like, wait a minute, guys, this ain't right. He doesn't have it in him.
Take people's cameras and allegedly cook his books when it comes to overtime. And I was just asking a question about that. That's all I came here to do. And protest, of course. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 law enforcement officers here. Hey, Sarge, do you have any updates?
So I just talked to him and kind of let him know what's going on with in reference to that. I didn't talk to him at all. So I just kind of got little bits and pieces of his. We made sure that we had his video evidence as well. Have we gotten evaluated by these guys yet?
They said that there's really nothing they can do for me, so I'm just gonna go get tested at the hospital or something. I'll figure it out.
Okay, do you want to get transported?
No, it's fine.
Okay,
No,
all
it's
right,
fine.
so you're good with them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just need a little bit of information from you when you get a moment.
Sure.
Is there anything else we can do for you?
No, that's it. Thank you, man. I appreciate coming out. So I don't want to waste your time. Thanks, guys.
Good luck,
Appreciate it.
man.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Take care.
Have a good one. I like your video.
Thank you.
They probably don't want me to say that.
Hear that guy, the first responder goes, I like your videos. See, that's the difference. He can be honest. The cop, I'm telling you, that young cop, he wanted to say the same fucking thing. He wanted to say it, but he can't. But this guy can. That's fucking awesome. He goes, I like your videos.
They would only not want you to say that if they weren't on the up and up.
He said the right thing. Say whatever you want.
Yeah, free speech. That's what I fight for, right? Free
That's
speech.
all you're all about.
Free speech.
That's awesome.
Take
He's
care.
wearing his Mystic EMS shit, and he just doesn't give a shit. That's awesome. Those are paramedics.
Hey, sir, how are you? So is there any updates on, because obviously I want to press charges for him.
So now is when it gets fucking real crazy. If you've seen what happens, don't spoil it for the rest. But this is a twist I didn't see coming. Ready? Let's go. Let's see what happens. This is the other sergeant.
Spitting in my face that I showed the sergeant here on camera. So what's going to happen with that?
So we went through the assault statute specifically, and there's nothing that specifically states that spitting on somebody is an assault unless it caused you physical pain.
What? What? We went through the statute and we found out there's nothing in the statute. I'm going to look this up. I want to look this up. Connecticut. I'll look it up afterwards. Connecticut, assault and battery statute. So this is in Connecticut General Studies. Okay. A person is guilty of assault in the third degree with the intent to cause physical injury to another person. He causes such injury to such person or to a third person, or he recklessly causes serious physical injury to another person, or with criminal negligence, he causes physical injury to another person by means of a deadly weapon. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's what the law says. There's not, all of these do contain physical injury in them. So that's wild to me. Apparently you can just spit on people. I did not know that in Connecticut. You can just spit on them. But there has to be some law. You know what I mean? This guy, like, you can find I know how this shit works. You can find a fucking law that like makes what he did illegal if you want to. Like, this guy deserves to be arrested and charged for what he did, period. But again, I guess you could make an art. I don't know how it works, but wait till this twist comes. Ready?
The only thing that assault fits is physical pain. And that's under the exception of if you spit on an officer, then that is when bodily fluids become involved.
So he could spit on me in my face and in my mouth, and that's not against the law?
Circumstances, I'm saying that it doesn't really fit the assault charge.
So what happened if I spit on you?
Here we go.
Well, then you would get arrested because I'm an officer. You can't spit on an officer because in the assault on an officer charge, bodily fluids are included.
He said that out loud. He said that out loud. You can spit on me, but I can't spit on you. Why? What's your reason for that? Oh, I'm special. I'm a special kind of person. You can't spit on me because you're not special. And I can spit on you because you're not special. I'm special. I'm a cop. Have you seen my uniform and my badge? I have a radio too. I got a whole fucking car. Look at me. I got a vest on. I'm what's called special. The laws don't. How familiar is this shit, guys? This is just like the witness intimidation statute in Massachusetts. Elizabeth Proctor can call people's workplaces and try to have them fired for having opinions about her husband on the internet. She can call them up, try to have them fired, right? What happens when I say, okay, here's Elizabeth Proctor's workplace, try to have her fired? Witness intimidation. Why? Because she's the family member of a witness, a cop. Okay. She's the family member of a cop. So she's covered under the witness intimidation statute. So she's special. You aren't allowed to try to get Elizabeth Proctor fired, but she could try to get you fired. It's the same dynamic here. This guy's literally telling him with a straight face, no, you can't spit on me because I'm special. Like, this is fucking insane, dude.
So there is no charge. You're telling me, as a sergeant of the Groton Police Department, you're telling me there is no charge
It gets
for a
better.
grown man spitting in another grown man's
Telling you that
face.
it doesn't fit assault.
Well, what does it fit? Isn't that your job to find out? What does it fit? Like what crime it is?
Breach of peace, but you're on his property. You interacted. You engaged the interaction. I mean,
So if it's a breach of peace, arrest him for a breach of peace.
well, that's the other issue that we're going down right now. Is you guys are also in violation of a breach of peace,
No.
as well as.
I mean, take us
voyeurism.
both then.
As well as voyeurism. Breach of peace. You guys breached the peace. He's not the one who was yelling like a lunatic. What is happening? And voyeurism? Okay. I'm not what I haven't looked up the word voyeurism yet, but my understanding of voyeurism is like a peeping Tom that like watches you being nasty. You know what I mean? Some guy who goes up to your house and is watching you getting changed in your underpants, some shit like that for the spank bank material. That's what I consider voyeurism. I'm going to Google it. Voyeurism definition: the practice of gaining sexual pleasure from watching others when they are naked or engaged in sexual activity. Okay. Statute. Now I'm going to look up voyeurism statute, Connecticut. Okay. A person is guilty of voyeurism when, number one, with malice, such person knowingly photographs, films, videotapes, or otherwise records the image of another person. Okay. That's satisfied. Without the knowledge and consent of such person. Immediately, it's not satisfied. Immediately, the voyeurism statute is out the door because he knew he was being recorded, because there was two men there with cameras pointed directly at him. Immediately, this does not become voyeurism. Without the knowledge and consent of such person. Not knowledge or consent, knowledge and consent of such person. Well, I guess he didn't have your wait. I actually, now that you're freezing knowledge, so you have to have knowledge and consent of the person. So he might have fulfilled that actually. Okay. While such other person is not in plain view. So that's definitely not satisfied. Okay. Because this guy was in plain view. It's not like he was going up to their home and looking in the windows, because that would be voyeurism. The dude came out of his house. That's the only time he was on film. Okay. Under circumstances where such other person has a reasonable expectation of privacy. You don't have a reasonable expectation of privacy on your fucking front lawn. You don't. It's not a private area. In your house, sure, but not on your front lawn. With the intent to arouse or satisfy the sexual desire of such person or any other person. Okay, so that's another way. Okay, no, so that's, forget about that. All right. So he's obviously not doing the sexual stuff. So they're saying that this is just crazy that they call this voyeurism.
Take us both then. It's not voyeurism. It's not voyeurism to knock on somebody's door. That's not.
It is if he has a reasonable expectation of privacy and you invade on his curtilage.
No.
And you're recording
You're wrong,
him,
but do it.
He doesn't have a reasonable expectation of privacy on his lawn. He has it in his house. He didn't go in his house. He didn't look in his house. He didn't go up. He didn't even go on his fucking door. He just rang the doorbell and walked off the fucking porch. This is insane. Insane.
Gladly go take the ride, arrest us both for a breach piece.
Well, then turn around for me.
Do what you got to do, man.
And they arrest him.
Do what
They
you gotta do.
arrest him.
This is ridiculous.
And
This
the
is absolutely
cameraman.
ridiculous.
They get the cameraman.
All that for you. We'll do.
He didn't even do anything. He didn't even do anything. He was just recording.
Yep.
This motherfucker. Look at this
getting
guy.
arrested.
That guy's funny. Like that guy's the camera. Like, what the fuck? It's like Alex Stein's the guy he brings around with him though. My wife's boyfriend that he brings around with him. That guy.
Well, because they're both reporting on this private property, initiating this, which caused a giant scene.
They called it. He spit in my face. Are you going to take him to jail?
We're going to deal with that after we do this.
No.
Yeah,
I don't care, man. Because this is ridiculous.
What would you? Obviously, we're gonna bring these into your property. Do you want us to lock up your truck and obviously make sure nobody steals it?
Well, yeah. Can I turn off? You got to go inside the truck from behind. I'll let you go to a car. Are your body cameras on?
Yes, sir.
They was on the whole time?
Yep.
Even while you're talking to this individual?
Yes, sir.
It's low light.
First and foremost, fellow patriots, I would like to thank all of you who joined.
All right. So, that was crazy. I'm going to check my email to see if he emailed me. I didn't get, let me see my spam. Okay. Yeah, I don't see anything there from him in my inbox. So I'm unable to send him a link. But, if you'd like to, please, if you guys know Sean or how to reach him, reach out to me, send me an email, give me his contact information. I'd love to speak with him. And I'm not the only one who speaks to him. So attorney Mark Randazza is messaging me right now, and Mark wants to represent him, I think. And we all know how great Mark is with First Amendment stuff. He's the guy in the United States of America on First Amendment stuff, the guy that beat the buffer zone. He was the reason that we were able to have so many people out there, thousands of people out there for that, because he never gave up, fought in federal court, didn't take no from Judge Georges, appealed it, got the victory, stood up to Auntie Bev. So he's also looking to connect with Long Island Audits. So Sean-Paul Reyes. So if Sean, if you're watching, man, love to collab. Like to talk to you about this. Like to get your story out there more. It's my understanding that there is a petition, I think, that's being shared in the comments. And you guys can, I think it's over 20. I think he's having some type of protest next Friday, the 25th, I want to say. I don't know if I'll be able to go to that. Maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, love to. Oh, he's right there. Oh, we made him a mod already. He's got a wrench already. Hold on. I'm going to send, I don't know if you're busy right now. Copy. I am emailing you my, let's see. So the email is longislandaudit@gmail.com. Hold on. So I don't know if you're busy right now or whatever, Sean. If you'd like to come on, I emailed you a stream link to come on if you'd like, and just brief. Or we can do it another time if you're busier. We can set up a time to do a show on this. But yeah, give them a sub if you haven't already. Help them get to 1 million. It's a pretty cool thing. But again, this is the media. I mean, it's really similar. Like they would not have treated him this way if he worked for, if he had a Boston 25 News or whatever the equivalent is down there. If he went up to that guy's door, Fahey would not have treated them that way. He's like, I'm going to treat you this way because you don't work for some huge corporate entity, right? That will have an army of lawyers down here at my door, letting me know that I violated, like, and it would just be horrible press, right? A member of the media has done this, and notice that no one else in the media, right, is is doing. Oh, he's here. Hey, Sean.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Nice to meet you.
I'm a big fan of your work. You did great work, man.
Oh, thank you,
sir.
Thank you. But yeah, I was sent this the other day. It's freaking wild. I was watching your other videos where you talk with your lawyer and you talk about this. So, what's the state of the charges, and what's your plan moving forward?
So right now I'm actually in Connecticut. Been driving all day. Just pulled over to talk to you really quick. I'm doing a FOIA request for the 911 call, all the documents, arrest reports, any sort of. They got some calls. Originally, my bond was set at $10,000, and then they told me that because this is a Connecticut State Trooper, they got some calls from some higher up people. I'm trying to figure out who those people were, and they raised my bond to $75,000. And my cameraman, who was supposed to have no bond, he had a bond of $50,000 that was raised to, all because of people making phone calls from up high in the Connecticut government.
So did you pay that bond?
Yeah, I paid the bond. Yeah, I put it on a credit card. I paid the bond, and we got out after like 6 hours in lockup there at the Groton Police Department. And the update right now is the Groton Police Department put out a statement. They said that it's the most non-statement update ever. They said the state's attorney is investigating the matter and seeing if any additional criminal charges are warranted. But they didn't say against who.
Against who? Exactly.
Yeah.
Against who? I don't
They
think
didn't
it's
say
gonna be
against who.
State. That's crazy.
Right.
And he got a restraining order on you too?
Yeah, he has a stay away restraining order on me. So I am in Connecticut, but I am nowhere near where Sergeant Brian Fahey works or he lives or anything like that. I can't even go to the Connecticut State Police or call the Connecticut State Police to initiate a formal complaint because he as you heard, I'm a Connecticut State Trooper multiple times.
I'm a goddamn Connecticut State Trooper.
Right, I'm a goddamn Connecticut State Trooper. So if he was acting under his official capacity, then there's a room for a complaint with the Connecticut State Police for brandishing his firearm. He has to follow use of force policy. There's a whole different, spitting in my face. Was he spitting in my face as a homeowner, a private civilian, or was he spitting in my face and brandishing his firearm at a Connecticut State Trooper? These are all legal questions for my attorney. I'm trying to right now. My attorney's actually on vacation and stuff, so I'm trying to figure out. I haven't hired an attorney yet for this case. I have an attorney that works. We'll talk, and I'll talk to him. Yeah, but I am currently suing him for the prior incidents, so that deposition that's coming up is going to be very interesting. I don't know.
Oh, you're
how that's
suing
gonna work.
Fahey from the 2021 incident?
Correct. Yeah. So his deposition was supposed to be in August. So I don't know how that's going to work now. It should be pretty interesting, awkward. I don't know how that's going to work out. Depositions, you have a lot of latitude, so you can ask a lot of different questions.
Yep.
So we will see what he has to say.
And that guy seems to have a real bad temper. In a deposition, a lawyer can really get under your skin. So we'll see if he holds up.
Right. He might punch my lawyer in the face. Might hurt himself. This guy has no self-control. In 2014, he shot a man. He was suspended for 2 years while they conducted their investigation. And at the end of the day, he was cleared of any wrongdoing. But I'm looking to reach out to the family of the person that he shot, and I want to get the actual story because it wasn't really covered well. As you know, local media doesn't like to do the job, and this is why when they're reporting on this, I did a video on this. They say so-called journalist, self-identified journalist.
I saw that.
It's very disingenuous for other journalists to label me as such, because just factually, I am a journalist. Like, facts don't care about your feelings. If you look up what a journalist is, what a journalist does, I engage in that activity. I am a journalist, but they do it to discredit independent journalists like myself. So that way it doesn't seem like, oh, he's not one of us. He doesn't have the fancy press credentials that my company does for me. At the end of the day, I think independent journalists are way more important than the mainstream media because we don't have bosses.
Oh, totally.
We don't have bosses and all these other rules that we have to follow that, don't run this story. Make sure you say he allegedly spit on him, even though we could see it on camera. All types of nonsense.
Yeah, and I was listening to one of your other streams. I forget who said it, but it basically was like that they wouldn't dare do this with a reporter. Like if a reporter from Boston
Of course
25
not.
News went up to their door, Fahey would never have acted like that. And the way the media responded to it would be completely different. All I'm
Right.
seeing, I Googled this story on, is like, mainstream articles about like, First Amendment auditor has been arrested for this, and they say what the charges are. But they don't like point. I don't think I've read anywhere that there's video evidence of the guy spitting on you, brandishing a weapon, referring to himself as a goddamn state trooper. And then the funniest part, the craziest part is that sergeant who actually says with a straight face that I could spit on you, but you can't spit on me because I'm a cop and I'm special. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's it. You read the assault statute. I was watching when you were reading the assault statute. That's something that I definitely want to look into and bring up to the legislature here. Is that how in the world is it that assault on an officer includes bodily fluids, but assault on a citizen that they are sworn to protect is what? It doesn't include it?
Yeah.
How does a law enforcement officer have more protection than the people who pay their salary?
Yeah.
It makes absolutely no sense
It makes no
whatsoever,
sense.
and they need to change the law. But
Yeah.
believe me,
The problem is
they
you're not
could have
a
arrested
Connecticut
him.
resident.
Right. They could have, yeah, but I could still speak. And I know
Right.
a lot of Connecticut residents here that will support
Do you know
me.
anyone? You need people in the state legislature though, if you want to change
Right.
laws.
Yeah, well,
Like,
I'm gonna bring it right to their face. I'm gonna
Yeah.
speak face to face with them. I'm gonna
Good.
speak. So if I spit in any one of your faces, none of you are law enforcement. You're not protected. You're not protected either. So at the end of the day, I'm going to. This is going by billboard truck. Everything is going to be to get this law changed. I'm going to be having a protest outside. I'm being arraigned on July 25th, Friday, in the New London courthouse.
What time?
At 10 a.m. 10
I'm gonna
a.m.
try
I'll
to
be there
I'm
like
gonna,
9.
I'm gonna try to be there. I'm gonna try to be
All
there.
right. I would love for you to be there. If you can make it, that's great. If not, I'll be going live, depending on how the service is over there. If not, static recording. I'm hoping that I've done a lot of interviews with different mainstream journalists, and I've suggested to each and every one. They won't allow me to record, but if somebody else besides me puts in the request to record the arraignment, they will allow it. It's happened. I've had a trial in Connecticut that was recorded by David Schuster. And so if people put in requests, even if, I invite anybody who wants to attend to put in the request, put in a request to record it. They can approve it, and the world can see what's going to transpire. Because I don't see how they continue these charges against me and my cameraman. I didn't see how I was going to get arrested. I thought for sure Sergeant Brian Fahey was going to be arrested, and it's just an injustice. It's an injustice that's taking place.
It's absolutely ridiculous. But look, man, I'm sure you're busy, whatever. But I'd love to do a collab sometime. But now that I have your contact information, we can talk some more because we're facing very similar situations. That's why I want to write.
I know.
About this. Oh man, this looks familiar. This is crazy.
No, for sure. Yeah, we definitely need to. I will email you my number and we can stay in contact. And because the stuff you're facing right now, it's eerily similar. It's the weaponization of government against people's free speech rights that they don't like. Knocking on somebody's door, investigating the government isn't a crime. And when they make it a crime, that's when everybody here watching needs to be worried. When they're prosecuting, if they can do this to somebody like me, who has a platform, who has so many people who stand beside him, who can make a video and have hundreds of thousands of people watch it and be aware of it. What are they doing to people with no family, with no money? What are they doing to those people? So we need to fight for those people, and we need to continue to fight for justice. Sergeant, there is a petition. I put it in your chat a couple times. There is a petition. It's all over my videos in the description and the pinned comments to have him prosecuted and fired. So I appreciate your time. Thank you. I'm going to get back on the road. I just pulled over really quick. I wanted to have a chat with you.
Oh, man.
Do great work, man. Do great work, man. I'm glad you're covering the story. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Peace, dude. What a cool guy. What a cool dude. Yeah. So I'm happy. This is a good little collab there. That's my kind of people right there. Just he was speaking my language. All the shit he was saying about First Amendment rights and journal. It's like we're like cut from the same cloth, clearly. And so like I said, I'm not usually down with the First Amendment auditors because a lot of them are just obnoxious and stupid. But that guy's clearly not. That guy's clearly like very intelligent, knows the law, isn't there to instigate, and is actually pursuing a legitimate issue of public concern about a man making way too much in overtime who is also a psychopath who really has no place being a cop. And like, this is how people like Brian Albert stay on the force. This is how people like Michael Proctor and stuff, because their job, like nobody calls them out on it. But look at Michael Proctor now. He's not employed, right? Not employed. And Bukaki rehome, like they're all, so it's making a difference. This type of internet activism, it's definitely, making a difference. So, okay. Let me read some turtle chats if we have any. Again, tonight I'm going at 8:00 on Calling All Beings with DJ, and then I'm going to be doing Sex Cult later on after that. But let me just read what we got here. A few of these. Adelaide sends $25 and goes, Dr. Daddy, I love purple. I pray always for you. Did you happen to watch the Casey Anthony Where the Truth Lies? If you haven't and you watch it, let me know what you think. I haven't, but I do love purple too, but thank you very much. Amy sends $50 and says, I live in Australia and frequently fall asleep with law tubers in my ear. A few nights ago, you ended up in my eardrums. It was fucking hot. Again, I just read this stuff, guys. It's like, I'm not making this up. If you put $50 in the machine, I'm going to read your message. Okay. She goes, it was fucking hot. The whole thing was a little strange because I've watched a ton of your videos and only appreciated your streams for your journalistic insights. Anyway, after that dream, I feel like I owe you something. Okay. I just read the cards. I just read the message. I did not write that to myself. I swear to God. So thank you. She's in Australia anyway, so it's fine. Next up. Is that an eargasm? I don't know. Morgan sends $5 and goes, listen, Turtle, do you check your inbox? I sent you 3 emails over the course of 8 days. Get on that. Anyway, I love what you do, and I hope you get freed. The bullshit was doing to you. Yes. So Morgan, I have. Yes, I have. And the fact that I haven't responded is what we call a hint. I get hundreds of emails all the time. I've seen yours. I haven't responded. Thank you. I appreciate the $5. Appreciate that. Okay. Next up. Let's see. Glenna sends $10, goes feloniously handling of a weapon, if anything. For certain. For certain. I mean, that was so menacing the way he walked out with that, like holding the trigger, like what the fuck, dude? And he's just like on edge, like at any moment he's so tense, it's dangerous, like just fucking dangerous. Like you need to be a police officer, control. Like that seems to be a big part of being a police officer. It's a big part of being a teacher. Like how many times kids telling you to go fuck yourself or just being horrible to you, like you have to keep your composure. You have to be professional. If you can't, then don't do the job. Callie sends $10, goes, you get me fucking fired up, Doc. Always so inspired by you. I want to be an activist for free speech. Amazing stream. Well, thank you, Callie. I appreciate that. And, guys like Sean too, doing that. Like, that's great. I love the stuff he was saying there at the end about like petitioning the state legislature. Like that's real change. That's real change. And that, because there should not be a law that you can spit on. The cops can spit on you, but you can't spit on them. That should not be a law. There's something seriously wrong with that. Let me read a couple cash apps I got here. Let's see. We got Lorena sends $10, goes, video of Sean paying a $700 fine in change is coming. He paid a $700 fine. I got to see that. Again, I want to do more research on this guy and just get his shit, find his greatest hits, because I'm kind of new to it. People have been telling me about Long Island audits for quite some time now. And I just have been too busy to look into anything. But this is right up my alley. And this is like, I'm telling you, if it's happening in Massachusetts, it's happening everywhere. Like we're not unique to this. Like it's happening in Connecticut. I'm sure it's happening in New York, go down the line, New Jersey, next one. All right. But I want to learn more about him. And I just want to do my research first before I have somebody on for like a, formal sit down. And so maybe we can, it's definitely going to happen though at some point. All right. But all right, cool. Anybody else before we get on with my day? It's hot out. I love the heat, dude. I'm not one of these people like Some people are like, oh, it's too hot. No, I love 95 degrees. Like I love to sweat. I love to act. I love being outside when it's hot. And then I like coming into an AC controlled environment. It's like the best feeling. Or jumping in a pool. Like it's the best. I wish it could be 95 degrees every day. I love 95 degrees. So, and okay. All right, guys. Well, yeah, I'll try to pin his petition in the description after the show's ended. But we will see you guys all tonight for Calling All Beings. I'll be on this DJ's program. And then tomorrow morning, I'm going to have morning tea with Auntie Deb. Probably at 8:30, I'll jump on with him. And then at 12:30, I'm going to be jumping on with Aussie Insider and Jason, also known as Haley Walbrecht, not Haley Walbrecht. So I'll be joining them tomorrow at 12:30. So that's what the horror tour continues. Yeah. So, all right, guys, I love all you fine people. I'm going to try not to do the outro here because I don't want to get demonetized. But you guys have a great day, and we will see you guys all for Sex Cult tonight. Today's Thursday. Yeah, tonight at I might start at 10 just to let you know. So, all right, guys, peace. Hold on.
It calls for data including